Hello guys, it's still good here. There is still your guy Obafunde, and now I want to talk about the rectangle tool and the ellipse tool in this video. So I want to be fast for this. So the first thing I need to do if I want to access the rectangle tool is to come here. I drag down and select the rectangle tool, or I press F6 on my keyboard. So if I want to draw, and I can now start from this point. I draw a rectangle, hold down your mouse, click down, left click down on your mouse, and you can see you can begin to draw your rectangle. And the origin of this rectangle you can see is from this top edge here. Then from that top edge we create the other nodes and drag back down or to any length you want to have. So that's the rectangle tool, and this on the property bar, the rectangle tool has its attributes that we can always edit. The first attribute is the location on our workspace, the location on the y-axis or x-axis and the y-axis. Then this is the width, this is the height, and this is the scaling factor. The scaling factor allows you to scale down. For instance, at default, where what we draw is 100%. If I want to go back to, let's say 60%, all I need to do is to come here and type in 60%. This means that I want to reduce the width of the rectangle to 60%. And what will happen when I click enter, you will see the width has been reduced by 60%. If I want to reduce the height also, or maybe to 70%, I just need to come here and type 70%. Okay, but if I draw another rectangle here and I want to have them reduced at the same proportion, all I need to do is to come to this padlock. I must lock the ratio. Then I come here, I hit, maybe I want 80%, I press 80%, I click enter. Everything, both height and width, are reduced by 80%. So they are reduced at the same time. So if you don't want that, always unlock this padlock so that only the height or the width will be reduced for you. So I'm locking it back. So another property of this rectangle tool is the rotation, angle of rotation. If I want to rotate clockwise by 15 degrees, all I just need to is to come here and type, and I press enter. So that's that. I've rotated it by 15 degrees. So I want to undo it by pressing Ctrl Z, and I want to show you other attributes of this shape. Other attribute is this: the mirror horizontally or mirror vertically. You can always mirror vertically or horizontally. Okay, I'm going to show you that effect, and the next option I have here is round corner. If you want to have a round corner on the edges of this rectangle, you can do that by selecting this command here. So what I need to do at default, there is a little value entry point here. You can enter the value of the corner that you want to change, that you want to give to these corners here. So at default, you need to lock them. When you lock them, it means any value. If you create corner for one, every other corner, the three other corners will be given value. So what do I mean? When I come here now and I press 1 centimeter, it means that all the three corners remaining are given the same value also. But if I come here now and if I decide that I only want to give this top right a corner, all I need to do is to come here, unlock the padlock, then put 0 here, and I put 0 here. Then you come here also, you still put 0, and you see it's only this corner that I have given a value. But if this corner is too much, all you just need to do is to select a lesser value, put a lesser value here, or you come here now and you reduce it. You reduce the corner by pressing the arrow down or the arrow up to increase it. Okay, so I know we have different type of, apart from corners, other corner effect that you can have is this one. We call this one the scalloped corner. This is the effect. You see the effect here, and you can come here now, you can give it a chamfered corner, a little slant at the height of the rectangle. Now I want to have another value for this place. I'm giving it a value of, okay, I want it to be here. I want it to give it a value of 0.5. So you can see the effect now. This one is not as much as this point because the values are different. So I can come back, I want to still have a round corner. So this is the effect that this one is having. Now if I come here, I want to turn this place to another, I want to give this place another value, maybe it's 0.5 also. All I just need is to come here and enter, and you see the round corner are looking balanced. Now the round corners are balanced. Now another attribute I want to talk about is this one. I want to change the width, the thickness of the outline, or the width of the outline. I want to give it 5. I want to give it 5 points. All I just need, if it is not in the drop down, is just for me to click and press 5 here, and I click enter. You can see the outline has become thicker than before. So I want to show you the effect of this flip I talked about. Flip just allows you to mirror a shape vertically or horizontally. This is the horizontal flip. So if I select this object now, if I select this object, I click away and I want to flip it. All I need to do is to pick the object first, and I click this flip horizontally, and you see the round corner side has been flipped to my left hand side. Okay, so the next thing for us now, if you want to flip vertically, you won't be able to see the effect, but when we create another shape, maybe a kind of other shape, I will show you the effect. That one also flip the item vertically. For instance, if I want to just do something, I'm just transforming that, which you are still going to know. So I have this little shape now. I want to flip this one. All I need to do is to flip here, and the bottom part will be turned to the top. So that's just the flipping. That's the effect of the flipping. I want to Ctrl Z. So I've Ctrl Z and I'm returning to my former state. So those are the options you still need to know about those are the options of the rectangle tool. We have these several ones that we have talked about. So another tool I want to talk about is still under the rectangle tool, and it is called 3-point rectangle tool. The 3-point rectangle tool just allow you to draw like this, a rectangle in this way. And you click here. So what really happened? What happened is that there is a constraint on 3 points. You know, a rectangle have 4 points, but what happened is that there is a constraint on 3 points, but the other point was opened. There is a point open for flexibility's sake. It is that point that is allowing us to move around and control the width even before we draw it. You can see I can come here now and I drag here. This point is very flexible. I can move around this point. This point is opened. Until I click here, that's when the other 3 points will be created for us. So when I come here now and I click down, I have determined the height because of the flexibility of 1 point. I'll click here now, I can now drag to determine every other thing. Do you understand that? And the 3-point rectangle tool also, because of the flexibility of that 1 point, it allows you to determine the rotation. So I can, when you hold down your control key, you can determine the rotation of the rectangle by 15 degrees. You can see there's a 15 degree rotation of that node, or of this flexible node. So you can see it. So when I'm satisfied with the angle, I can click on this line. I can determine the width. I click, then I drag to make the rectangle. So that's that. So it is very flexible, and you can always make use of it for flexibility's sake. So another thing I want to show you is still on rectangle tool. I want to click the F6 on my keyboard for the rectangle tool, and I want to create a rectangle. You can create a rectangle from the center, and this is what I mean. All you just need when you want to do that is to hold down the shift key and you click down your rectangle tool, and you begin to make a rectangle. I hope you didn't see that very well. I'll do it again. You see this shape. You can see how it is being done. The shape is created from the center, from the middle of it. That's when the origin begins. it is being originated right from the center, and that's why I can zoom in, increase and scale it down evenly right from the center. So why is this very important? It is important. You might some work might cost you to put some item, 2 or more items inside one another. I want to increase the width to 1.5. If, for instance, I want to create another circle, another rectangle at the center of this first rectangle, at the center of this one, all I need to do is to come to the center, hold down my shift key, and begin to create something. Can you see? So that it's snapped into the center of this one. It's snapped into the center. So that's just the effect, that's the essence of drawing from center. You might want to snap shapes inside one another. So you don't need to struggle in doing that. What you just need is to hold down your shift key so that your rectangle or the shape will begin its origin from the center. So that's the essence of drawing from center. If I want to place them inside one another, it will ease the process for me. So that's that. So how do you, if you might want to draw a square, you may want to draw a square with the rectangle tool. When you select the rectangle tool, you draw a square by holding down the control key, and then you drag. So when you look at your property, the property of this shape, when you select it, you see that the width and the height are of the same size, 1.341 on the screen. So you can always set the screen and select the thickness of the outline. So you can fill it. We have a close part. You can always add color to anyone you want. And how do you add color? Just select the shape with the pick tool, and you can always access the pick tool at any time. For instance, when you have selected the rectangle tool, you see that the rectangle is showing on your clipboard. And if you want to return back to the pick tool, all you just need is to press the space bar on your computer. Just press the space bar, it will return back to the pick tool. So when I select this one, I want to add color, I'll just need to select it, come to the color palette. For instance, if I want to add this blue, I'll come here and I'll left click on that color blue. So it will give me a feel of blue. So if I want to change the outline of this one, how do you change an outline? Just click on it once, and I want to make it obvious by coming to 1.5 so that we can see the thickness very well. So I would come here and I want to give this one color brown, the outline brown color. All I just need is to right click on this color, and it will give that outline brown. So that's how you can work with the rectangle tool. So the next one I want to talk about is the ellipse tool. The ellipse tool. So if you want to draw something like an egg, the ellipse tool will allow you to do that. Just select the ellipse tool with F6. The F6 allows you to do that. So just drag it like this. I want to draw something like an egg. You can do this. You click, and I can select something like a little. I can add a fill. I can add a fill of gray, so or a little black. So I can select this color, and you see I've drawn something like an egg. So I remove the outline by right clicking this one. This one means no color. You don't want color when you click on this. So the right command before black, it means no color. If you left click, you will be removing the fill color like this, and if you right click, you will be removing. I'm right clicking on black, so if I right click back on this one, I mean I don't want a fill. So when you left click on it, it means you don't want a fill on the boundary, and if you right click, it means you don't want a fill on the outline. So if I come back here and I click on this black, it means I want to fill it with color black, but I'm coming back to that little shade of black, and I'm clicking here. So we have created something like an egg. So far, if you want to create something like this, just use the ellipse tool. But if you want to draw a perfect circle, all you just need is to select the circle ellipse tool again, hold down your control key, then you drag down. Then we can change the outline. We'll give it an outline of 2 points. Then you see the outline width is thicker. If you want to put another shape to the center of this circle, all you just need is to come to the center, determine the center. It will tell you, CorelDraw will tell you that you are in the center. Once you are there, then hold down the shift key, select the control to draw a perfect circle. The shift key is for starting from center, then hold down the control, then you drag. When you are satisfied, you leave it. So you have successfully put another rectangle to the center, and you have snapped it to the right position. So we can give this one and still see a little effect. So that is how you can always do that. So what are the properties we have under the ellipse tool? The first thing we have here is you have the width, you have the height, it's a circle, so everything must correspond, they must be the same. Then you can scale down like we did the other during the rectangle tool section. Then you can come here, you can flip you can mirror to the left, or to horizontally, you can mirror also to the top or vertically. So also here we have something we call the pie tool, the pie option. The pie option allows you to draw a pie out of the circle. Once you click it, you will see something. You see you now have a pie, little pie. So you can control where it ends. Let me zoom in. So I'm just rolling the wheel on my mouse to zoom in and zoom out. So when I roll to the top, I zoom in, and when I roll to the bottom, I zoom out. So when you want to control the node here, when you want to control how this pie is formed, it is formed from here and hence here. You can come here now. You can increase the value, increase the degree. This is just the degree. Then you can reduce it at any point. You can reduce the starting point. So that's how you can do that. For instance, you want to create a little smile or this little emoticon, you can use the pie tool under the ellipse tool. And for instance, you want to draw something like orange, you want to draw something like a cup, the mouth of a cup, you want to draw something circular in form of circle or ellipse. The best thing you can call upon, the best tool you can call upon in CorelDraw is the ellipse tool. It will help you to save your time. It will help you to save lots of time. So the last tool I want to talk about here under the ellipse tool is the 3-point ellipse tool. The 3-point ellipse tool is just like the 3-point rectangle tool. It allows you to work on one node. There is a flexible node which allow how you can go. If I want to, this is the flexible node. It allows the rotation of the ellipse. It allows the width of the ellipse. Then when I'm satisfied, I just release my mouse. Then I form my circle. And that's that. It's just the same circle, but we have one flexible node. So if you want to rotate just the same way, I select the two. So I can rotate by pressing the control key. I can rotate at 15 degrees. I can rotate. Then when I'm satisfied, maybe I want to start here. All I just need to do is to drop the control key and I drag at that point, at the second point. So you can see I'm making an ellipse. And if I'm coming somewhere here, you can make a circle. Always. So that is that on ellipse tool and rectangle tool. And you can control the width at the same time. You can add a fill color. You can add an outline color as you want. So the outline color is selected by right clicking on the color palette, and the fill color is selected by clicking on the color palette with your left button on your mouse. So I hope you have enjoyed this session again. If you have a question, please kindly pass it across, and if you have a comment, please do pass it. If you still want to know more or you want any other video, please kindly make a comment for that, and I'm pleading with you to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you later with the other video. Thank you. Bye for now.